Konami, in all of their infinite wisdom, has decided, you know, honestly, maybe for better or worse, I think probably for better actually, to reprint Retro Pack 2. They have blessed us with a set that I believe only released in Europe. There's a weird thing with like Dark Revelations 4 or 3 and Retro Pack 2 where one only released in America, one only released in Europe, or vice versa. Anyway, Konami has decided to give us a Retro Pack 2 reprint, so sit back, relax. We've got not only these two, but we've also got another two. So 4 in total, if you can do the math with me. Retro Pack 2 boxes to open. Brand new set here. Well, this is the other weird thing that Konami's done. This set, you might be thinking, this isn't a new set. This set's been out for ages. And you would be correct. Obviously, it's been out since 2008. But also, it got re-released in the US in August. But European print countries didn't get it until right now. So, what's going on with Konami? Anyway, they've reprinted these. There are huge pulls to get. So I'm going to open up all 4 of our boxes, pull out the packs, and we're going to dig on in and see if we can pull some awesome, nostalgic, maybe Time Wizard playable cards. Shout out to Card Merchant Ponsonby for giving us a good deal on these packs. If you need sealed product or supplies, hit up the team at cardmerchantponsonby.co.nz. Alright, so here are our 4 boxes of Retro Pack 2. We effectively have a box in each stack. I'm going to slide those to the top so that you can kind of... yeah, you can get an idea of what we've got left. And of course, we got to check out the pack art. So they are 9 card packs, 24 pack boxes, as is kind of the traditional release, I guess, the OG release. 1 rare per pack with 8 commons per pack as well. There's a chance at a super rare, an ultra rare, and a secret rare. So, and we're going to get into it. So I'm not sure where the rare is going to be. I'm assuming at the back. So we've got Curse of the Masterpiece. We've got Kaiku, which is a very good common right off the bat. Magic Drain, Dust Tornado, Chain Destruction. So it's in the middle. Gillosaurus, Spirit Message in, Creature Swap, and Barrel Behind the Door. So if you're like me, you can immediately see the Time Wizard applications for those. Like Dust Tornado, Kaiku, Chain Disappearance, like those are all playable in multiple Time Wizard formats. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3 to the front, just in case the foil is behind the rare. Bottomless, very good card, and what I really like is that it is the old card layout. It does have the 2020 date stamp down there. I'm not going to turn off my autofocus, sorry. But it still looks vintage, it still feels like OG Yu-Gi-Oh, which is really cool, and the set, you know, is just so good. Oh, there's our first hit. We got a super rare Dark Necrofair, and then just a common Yada behind it. Okay, so they're doing the same ratios where if you pull a foil, you don't get a rare. I'm going to sleeve that up. I don't think that one's a huge one. The big pulls in this set are obviously the secret rares. So we have the likes of Harpy's Pet Dragon, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, Dragon Master Knight, Light and Darkness Dragon. There's an unlimited edition Gauze, and I say unlimited because there was a special edition that came out back in the day. I know we can go 4 to the front. That had a limited edition Gauze, and that is, you know, however much, but the unlimited one is worth a lot more. We got Gillosaurus, Book of Tayo, Dark Room of Nightmare, Spirit Message A, Light Force Sword, Gravity Bind, Premature Burial, Goblin Attack Force, and a second super rare, the Masked Beast. And that's not such a great one, but it's still really cool to be pulling these old cards. What I'm quite keen to do, I'm trying to talk to the guys at my Time Wizard locals about doing a sealed night with the set, just because, I mean, look at the quality of the cards that we're pulling. So many good staples from bygone eras that, you know, Knock, Book of Moon, there's the legendary Fisherman. So many good staples and just playable cards that this would make such a good sealed set. So I really think that could be quite cool. We got Guardian Sphinx, Emergency Provisions, Zura Priest. Yeah, some really cool stuff in here. Dust Tornado, just a great card. Good card for reprinting for Time Wizard. Playable in Goat, playable in Edison. I think you can even play it in Tengu Plant. Might be a little bit slow for Hat, because I think MST's at multiples in that format. Book of the Moon, Bottomless, Nobleman, Thousand Eyes Idol is kind of funny. Magic Drain. Oh, Dark Ruler Hard-Diz as the ultra rare. Now, I don't know. I believe they made the foils twice as easy to pull for the re-release, the same as what they did for Retro Pack 1. Problem is, I never got to open any Retro Pack 1 because they only re-released that in America. So I am pretty stoked that we're getting the re-release of that. And there is one card in this set that I really want, and it's Rare Donzalug, which is kind of weird. There's another super rare, Hino Kagutsuchi, that's really cool. I want Rare Donzalug for GOAT format, and that's kind of the nicest bend printing, and when I say no bend, like non-foil printing, basically. That isn't like a shatter foil or star foil or something. Long-time viewers of the channel will know my particular rarity preferences. Ooh, an ultra rare United We Stand. That's very nice indeed. We'll take that. That's a pretty crisp ultra. If we're playing sealed, that would be very good. Goes great with Scapegoat. So let's see what we got in this one. We might go through it a little bit faster now that we're starting to see like a lot of these commons we'll see over and over again. Card of Safe Returns, pretty good. Infinite cards pairs pretty well with Card of Safe Return if you're going to be doing a lot of special summoning from the graveyard. Actually pretty stoked to get some more common Card of Safe Returns so that I can just have a set. I had, I think, 2, and then I had a random ultra from the tins. Destiny board! That's a nice one. Shout out to the Progression series that Cub and Petty are playing. Destiny board win over there. pretty sweet. Alright, so yeah, foils do seem to be coming pretty thick and fast, but the secret rares are really the difficult ones to get. So those are what we want to watch out for. And of course, the secret rare Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, that's still worth a decent chunk. We got super rare Jam Defender in that one, so we are getting a lot of supers, which means maybe my dream of 3 rare Donzalugs might actually be kind of difficult because we're getting too many super rares. Seems like a weird problem to complain about, but so many good GOAT format staples. I feel like you could basically just build a GOAT format deck from what we're getting here. Got Beta. He's a bit of a beta cuck, you know, just a normal monster. Not even an effect monster. Spirit Message L. We aren't going to take the L this time. We're going to take the dub. Unfortunately, there's no Spirit Message W. Gravity Bind, Torrential. Oh, there we go. Secret Rare, Ring of Destruction. That's going to be a nice one. I actually had an OG Secret Rare ring arrive in a collection not that long ago that you would have seen in a video if you've been watching the collection inspections that we've been doing. That's a really nice one, but it's not the Blue Eyes Shining, so we got to keep going. And I mean, we're not stopping once we hit the Blue Eyes Shining. We're just opening. Oh, I skipped the emergency provisions. We're opening all of the cards, all of the packs. Parasite, Skull Invitation, Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. He's obnoxious AF. I don't know what makes him obnoxious. The fact that he got an effect. Like, how dare he? The absolute obnoxiousness of this guy to gain himself an effect from the normal monster version. Thousand Eyes Idol, Melkid. 2 normal monsters in a row. And Lily! That's a really, really nice looking ultra rare, actually. That's clean. Alright. I feel like I'm sleeving up all these cards, but surely they won't all have value. But at this stage, because the set is kind of, well, it's not really that new actually, is it? Because it's been out in the US for a while. So I guess the values that you're seeing on your screen will be pretty accurate for once, which is kind of nice. Normally when I do a new set release, everyone yells at me because they're like, oh, limiter removal super rare. Everyone yells at me because they're like, oh, actually, the cards aren't worth that much. And they're watching the video like a month after it's come out, and it's like, dude, it was pre-order prices at the time. I'm doing my best. Bogotayo, Guardian Sphinx, Dark Room of the Nightmare, A, Goblin Attack Force, Kaiku, the Dino, Skull Invitation, and Kaiser Seahorse as a rare. Does pulling Kaiser Seahorse mean we're going to pull Blue Eyes Shining Dragon? Oh, I didn't do the pack trick. How dare I? Maybe we'll stop doing the pack trick at some point just to get through them a little bit quicker, because otherwise we will be here for quite a while getting through these boxes. But that is a sweet ultra rare Jinzo. Honestly, the ultra rares in this set, especially for the ones that are like were OG secret rares, look quite clean. Like, looking at United We Stand and Dark Ruler Hard-Diz, it's like, oh, they were originally ultra rares and they kind of just look a bit normal, but like the Lily and the Jinzo, do look exceptionally clean as ultra rares, so you know, we'll take them. There's Gearfried, pretty nice. Gearfried OTK, anyone? I think I need that for my Benkei OTK deck. Book of Tayo, Bazoo, Spear Dragon, Azura Priest, Kaiku, The Knock, Mask of Restrict is a good reprint, Thousand Eyes Idol, and the Fishy Boy again. Mask of Restrict actually a pretty solid reprint, because I think commons of that were actually a reasonable amount. Spirit Message, a Dark Room, Reckless Greed, card of safe return. Just so many of these cards are playable, it's insane. Oh, Victory Dragon, okay. Holy. That's a really nice looking one. And this one, of course, I think only had the Jump promo printing and Retro Pack printing. Unless they reprinted it in Speed Duel, I don't remember that. But that's the secret rare is so subtle. I'm gonna take the focus off for a second and see if we can get the camera to focus up. It's just actually on the dragon. There's no like diagonal lines in the background. That's really cool. That's quite a clean looking secret rare card. I really like the styling on that one. You don't see that very often. Okay, 2 secret rares already. I'm gonna lock the focus up again here. Can we get the Blue Eyes Shining? Blue Eyes Shining, Light and Darkness Dragon would be pretty sweet as well. Those are 2 of the most expensive ones. I think only Harpy's Pet Dragon is the other one kind of in between those 2. Insect Queen as a super rare. Of course, a tin promo back in the day. A BPT tin promo, pretty sure. In the same kind of vein as like Blade Knight and stuff. Jinzo, all those kind of guys. We've got the Creature Swap, Bazoo, Book of the Moon, Bottomless. I am also a fan of Bottomless. Oops, skipped right to the Dark Necrophair. I was going to say I was also a fan of Bottomless, like food, buffets. But anyway, have a swig of my coffee and we are on to the next one. For the front, we got the Spirit Message, Azura Priest, Legendary Ocean, Eye, Gravity Bind, Lightning Blade, Knock, 4-star Ladybug Doom, and Booster Blader. Alright, we're just getting super rares for days. We actually might pull all of the super rares. That would be pretty sweet, but this set is so cool. Like, trying to pull that Blue Eyes could be a bit of fun if it's very hard to pull. Guardian Sphinx, Book of Tayo, Dust Tornado, Curse of the Masked Beast, Prima, Lightfall Sword, and Necro Valley is actually a really good reprint as a rare. Card is, well, I guess it depends on the text on it as well, because that card has had so many different texts that no one really knows what it does in any given format, unless you obviously play that format a lot. Another Destiny board there. I definitely feel like we've had more supers than rares at this point, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, we got the Healosaurus, Spear Dragon, Opticlops, in Lightning Blade, Knock, Appropriate, Kaiku, and Lava Golem. Shout out to our Alien vs. Ladder series, where we absolutely ruined someone's day by playing around Lava Golem. And by playing around it, I mean declaring it with prohibition, so they just literally couldn't play it. Legendary Ocean, L, Dark Room and Nightmare, Insect Imitation, Dust Tornado, Tornado Wall, Torrential, and another Lily. Okay, alright. I'm not sure how the value of the Ultras is going to stack up. I think there's a couple that are pretty good. So things like Green Baboon, Valkyrian's a secret rare. Maybe Green Baboon is the only like Ultra that's over a couple of bucks, just because I think this was the only place to get it, right? Or was there a... Maybe it was a Jump promo as well. United We Stand Ultra Rare, so we're getting a lot of foils. Really, really nice, actually. It's really a fun set to open when there's a lot of foils. But it would be nice to get some of these secret rares. Creature Swap, Spear Dragon, Call of the Haunted, Curse of the Masked Beast, Parasite, Tornado Wall, Tyrant Dragon as a super rare. Yeah, these are pretty sick. I remember I had a fake Tyrant Dragon back in the day. Thought it was pretty cool because it had 2900 attack. And I was like, yo, that's almost as big as Blue Eyes and it has an effect. Pretty good. Was also a 2 tribute monster, so my Playground Yu-Gi-Oh deck could never summon it. But, you know, maybe we could discard it and then like Monster Reborn it back, something like that. seeing Royal Decree for the first time is kind of nice. Another very good card in the format. And when I say the format, I mean Goat and Edison. That's basically what the set is for, right? Konami tried to kill Time Wizard and then is like, oh, well, we'll give you Retro Pack. How about that? That makes it all better, right? So we will continue onwards to try and get the Blue Eyes. We've got the N, we got the Book, the Melkid, TT, Call of the Haunted. Alright, we're seeing a lot of the same. We're even getting a lot of the same foils now. Hino Kagutsuchi. So maybe it is time to just start skipping right to the foil or to the rare spot, like just going Mage Power. Maybe we just start doing that. We are going, been here for about 20 minutes so far. Morphing Jar, that's pretty nice. I'll take that. I have a common Morphing Jar and I want a dual terminal blue rare Morphing Jar, but for now, ooh, there's a secret rare. Valkyrion the Magna Warrior. Of course, I think this was like one of the only printings at the time. I think the only other one was the World Championship 2004 game promo, which was, I think, the one with Heavy Feather Duster and Sinister Serpent. And this was like by far the worst promo out of those three, as you can imagine. But that's pretty cool. But it is still not a Blue Eyes the White Dragon. Jam Defender there as a super rare. I feel like we've gotten so many supers. Are we just going to go on a mega dry spell later in the video where we just pull a bunch of rares? Haven't pulled any of the rare Donzalug that I want yet, but there's an Insect Queen super rare. So it turns out rares kind of hard to pull. potentially. But we still have plenty of packs, so you know it's not time to panic yet. And this one, just a rare Morphing Jar. Okay, so we got 2 Morphing Jars. But none of the Donzalugs that I need? I see how it is. The pack god's not blessing me. Freed. He is the matchless general. In this one, see if we've got a Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. No, but it is another limiter removal. Super rare. Obviously very similar to the original PSV super rare print. But I think that's what makes it so cool, is that it actually kind of looks like it. You know, it's the old card layout. There is our first Donald Zalug. I'm putting him to the side. We're going to have a Don Zalug counter. Screw it. We got a Don counter, a Donald. There's another Insect Queen. We could have an Insect Queen counter because I think that's our 3rd one. Apparently we're just pulling all of the Insect Queens today. And this one, a Lava Golem, super rare. We'll add that to the tally as well. I'm gonna be absolutely rinsed with doing pricing on these, aren't I? It's gonna take me forever to edit because there's another super rare, Hino Kagutsuchi. Yeah, okay. Alright, I've cleared space down the bottom and we will continue onwards. See what we've got. Dark Geroid. I don't actually know how to spell that, how to pronounce that rather. Geroid? Gerald? Jinzo. That's how you pronounce it. Another ultra rare Jinzo. That's pretty sweet. The old Retro Pack Jinzo. There was another ultra rare printing of Jinzo, wasn't there? It's like DB1 or 2. Might have been DB1. Now that I come to think about it, we got another copy of the Masked Beast. So we got 3 secret rares so far. So maybe secret rares are 1 per box. Not too sure on the ratio. Tyrant Dragon, another super rare. We're starting to see a lot of the same supers now. I'm trying to think what other supers are in the set. We haven't seen a Thousand Eyes Restrict yet, which is an ultra. Ooh! And that's a new ultra for us as well. Swift Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Popular in the Gumo Sumo Goat format deck at the moment. Well, kind of at the moment anyway. It was. Beta. The Beta Cuck is back. Right, in this one, I slammed the camera, it's wiggling. Oh, we got the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon! The best card in the set, look at that! That is beautiful. Alright, we're turning the focus off here. We're going for a close-up. Look at that. The thing that weirds me out with Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is it doesn't have arms. It only has wings, and to me that's really weird. I don't know why. I've always found it super weird that Blue Eyes Shining Dragon doesn't have arms. Like, what happened? Because Blue Eyes has arms. Does Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon have arms? I think so, yeah. I think Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is the only one that doesn't. So somewhere in the evolutionary line, His arms fall off. But anyway, secret rare Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is awesome. There's another new ultra rare for us, Helpoema, or Helpoema. I don't know. Something. He needs help, whatever he is. But Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is awesome. I'm stoked with that. And there's a third limiter removal as well. We are removing our limits. Does that mean we're removing the limits on how many secret rares we can pull? Because now we're kind of like, we're chilling, right? Like, we've pulled the best secret rare in Blue Eyes. We've pulled another really good secret rare in Ring of Destruction. We've pulled the Valkyrian, the Magna Warrior. We've pulled the Victory Dragon. What would we want to go for next? Light and Darkness Dragon would be pretty sweet. Gauze would be also really nice. There's another Jam Defender. We've had quite a few of those. Yeah, I reckon let's set our sights on a Light and Darkness Dragon. Oh, you know what? Nah, let's go Gauze. Let's go Gauze. Gauze is like very synonymous with Edison format. It's the reason that people still attack with their lowest attack monster first. And it is obviously the most playable. Like, you can play Gauze in a lot more decks than you can Light and Darkness Dragon. Because obviously with Light and Darkness Dragon, you need regular ways to tribute for it. So you generally only end up playing it in like frogs, maybe like a specific Disaster Dragon build or something like that. Ooh, Legendary Fisherman. I thought we had a new one there, but it was just the Fishy Boy. In this one, another Lily. That's our third Lily. It does look really nice though. That's a nice one. I think Lily also had an ultra rare printing by this point actually. I think Lily was in one of the Dark Beginnings sets also, but I could be misremembering that. There's another Bust Ablader. He'd be busting all over the show. What is he busting, do you think? Does he bust dragons? Because that's kind of his whole thing, right? Like Tyrant Dragon, pulling them back to back. You just got busted. Busted dragons busting down your door. I'm as old as I was when Buster Dragon came out. That's my maturity level. In fact, no, I was probably a little too young at that point. But there's another Destiny board with F. F's in the chat for Destiny board. Alright, what do we got? We've still got like probably a box worth of packs to go. So maybe, oh, another Helpoema. Maybe another shot at a secret rare. That would be kind of cool. Alright, come on. A little Gauze action for your boy. Magical Hats. Shout out to Magical Hats. The old Magical Hat Gear Town combo from Edison format. Oh, I skipped the Revival Jam. There's so many jam cards in this set. Revival Jam, Jam Breeding Machine. Okay, there's two. And there's Thousand Eyes Restrict. The ultra rare, well, one of the ultra rares that we haven't seen. That's very nice. That's a very playable card in GOAT format. Not so playable in Edison because, you know, they decided, we're going to ban the Metamorphosis, which is kind of fair enough. There's a second Donzalug. Don counter to 2, everybody. Don counter to 2. We are at 2 Dons. I don't want to alarm anybody, but we're at Don level 2. There's an Enite Parshath as well, which is actually a pretty good card. Not as good as rare Don, though. That's the Masked Beast. I think that's our third one of those now. We might actually get a set of most of the super rares out of this. Maybe even some of the ultras. Like we have, I think, 3 Lilies now. Dark Necrofair, that's definitely 3 or 4 of those, actually. Maybe we'll go over all the pulls at the end. Just because it's been a while, right? We haven't done that in a little while. Oh, another secret rare. Dragon Master Knight? Yes, please. We can't quite see if Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has arms in this artwork. We'd need to go back to Retro Pack 1 and pull Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but well, we can't do that because Retro Pack 1 didn't get released here. There's Gear Freed. He's freed from his... Is that what his name means? He's freed from his gear? The gear being the equip spells that people equip to him? I know it's not because it's not spelt that way. It's not F-R-E-E-D. It's F-R-I-E-D? E-I-D? I don't know, something. Ceasefire. Flip all your monsters, but don't you dare activate their effects. Which is so funny because while I've been playing Aliens lately, every time I activate swords, people are like, oh, it doesn't get the effect right. I'm like, yes, it does. You're thinking of Ceasefire. And I wish it was Ceasefire because it's always a Raikou that then pops the swords. Gamma. So we got two betas and a Gamma. Can we pull the Alpha? That would be kind of cool. And this one, a limiter removal again. We have 4 of these now. That's quite a few. We did get 4 secrets though, so pretty stoked with that, honestly. There's another Dark Necrophere. That's like, what, 18 of those at this point? That's what it feels like. We've pulled so many. Alright, come on. What do we got hiding in here? Nope, I skipped it. Chain Destruction. Wait, was it Chain Destruction or Chain Disappearance we pulled in the first pack? Maybe it was Chain Destruction and I said it was Chain Disappearance. I'm like, look how playable this is, but Chain Destruction is actually ass. There we go. United We Stand is another ultra rare. Getting a few more ultras before we go home. What do we got in this one? Guys, we hadn't pulled enough Jam Defenders. So, you know, just another one. I know the Jam Defender Hype Squad was out there. I just want to send you guys home happy. Oh, another Valkyrian? Okay. That's what, 5 secret rares now? 2 of these. Blue Eyes Ultimate. What am I talking about, Blue Eyes Ultimate? Dragon Master Knight, that's 3. Blue Eyes Shining. Ring of Destruction. Victory Dragon, 6. We pulled 6 secrets? Insane. Okay. So 6 secrets out of 4 boxes. Is it gonna be 2 secrets per box? Is it just like modern ratios at this point? I mean, ooh, Mirror Wall. We haven't seen Mirror Wall yet. That's another great card for sealed. That's pretty cool. Mirror Wall, what is Mirror Wall like? I don't know. It's kind of its own thing. A Swift Gaia, it's also its own thing. They don't need to tribute for it if it's the only card in your hand, which is pretty good. Another Destiny board. Jeez, we got our fill of super rares. We really have like a set of all of them. I didn't really know how many packs of this set to open. It's like, it's been out for a while in the US, right? So, but we do want to see a decent amount. So I thought 4 boxes. We've pulled basically everything, right? We've pulled, ooh, there's another Dark Ruler. I think we've pulled all of the Ultras and Supers at this point, or if not, we're very close. And we've even pulled 6 of the secrets. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. There's a fishy boy. Because there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there 11 secret rares? I'm looking at the screen. I think there's 11 secret rares. So we haven't seen Dread Scythe Harvester. We haven't seen Green Baboon. Archfiend of Gilfer is in here as well. But guys, what we have seen is Jam Defender. But there's another one. Archfiend of Gilfer, of course, on the pack art. That's that guy there. Swift Gaia, we've pulled a few of. But just can I shout out the pack art? Like such a nostalgic pack. Insect Queen for our 7 millionth one of those, and 2 packs left. Can we get a secret rare in our last 2 packs? So it's looking like maybe a secret in every 1.5 boxes. There's a Nightmare Wheel, that's kind of cool. And in our last pack, for Retro Pack 2, unless you guys want to see more of it opened, it's a Lava Golem super rare. Let's leave that bad boy up, and you know what? For old time's sake, let's go over what we got. Okay, so we basically got like almost 4 of every super, which is kind of crazy. So that kind of means like in a box you'll get nearly every super rare, which is insane. So we got 3 Mask Beast, we got 5 Jam Defenders, 4 Destiny boards, 4 limiter removals, 4 Hinokago Suchis, 4 Tyrant Dragons, 4 Insect Queens, 4 Dark Necropheres, 4 Lava Golems, and 3 Buster Bladers. So you can see the fan favorite Buster Blader a little bit short printed. For the Ultras, we got a Mirror Wall, we got 2 Hellpommers, we got 2 Dark Rulers, we got 3 United We Stands, 2 Swift Gaias, 3 Lily, which is kind of cool, 2 Jinzo, and 1 Thousand Eyes Restrict. Secrets, we got, of course, the 2 Valkyrion, the Magnum Warriors, 1 Victory Dragon, 1 Ring, 1 Dragon Master Knight, and 1 Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. And of course, what we're actually all here for, 2 rare Donzalugs, Don counter at 2 only. So maybe we have to open some more. Try and get the 3rd Donzalug. Maybe try and get a Gauze, maybe a Light and Darkness Dragon. We'll see. But for now, we got the boy, and that'll do it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit longer than I was expecting, but it's been a lot of fun. And it's kind of cool to open these nostalgic sets. So, let me know down in the comments, what do you think the coolest card we pulled today was? I think for me, personally, it's got to be the Blue Eyes, right? It's also worth the most, which does help recuperate my monetary costs a little bit. But let me know down in the comments what you think, and make sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, because that really helps me out. That's kind of like one of the most helpful things you can do, and you don't need to think of a comment to say, you just go on that little thumb button. So that really helps, and it tells YouTube, hey, show this to other people. And if you don't want to miss out on my upcoming videos, make sure to subscribe. We've got a whole bunch of things happening. We've got Phantom Revengers coming out next week, so we'll be doing a case opening for that, as well as a tuck box opening for that. Alien vs. Ladder, all sorts of good stuff, so you don't want to miss out. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you, hopefully, if you subscribed, in the next one. A massive shout out to channel members Riv and M. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It means so much to me. And if you want to be like these guys and support the channel in the biggest way possible, hit that join button below.